Hi everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. 11 Easiest Vegetables to Grow. Gardening is a great way to cheaply enjoy healthy and fresh food. It is also a great way to get some exercise. However, growing your own fruit and vegetables can seem intimidating. This list of the easiest vegetables to grow in your garden is designed to help you begin this fascinating and fulfilling hobby. All our suggestions are suitable for large gardens, as well as more compact spaces, raised beds or container gardens. This list seeks to highlight some of the easiest vegetables to grow and harvest. Lettuce. Lettuce is one of the easiest vegetables you can grow. Seeds are inexpensive and easily available. You also have a choice of varieties. Leaf lettuce varieties can be picked as and when you want them. Or you can grow head lettuce varieties such as iceberg or romaine. Lettuce is a quick-growing crop. Most varieties are ready for harvest within 80 days. You can grow lettuce in beds or pots. One of the reasons why lettuce is one of the easiest vegetables to grow is because there is no need for potting on or transplanting. Simply sow the seeds where you wish them to grow and keep the soil damp. If the seeds do germinate in clumps, you will need to thin them out. This gives the plants space to thrive. The information on the seed packet will tell you the exact spacing for your variety. This is a cool weather plant. You can begin growing lettuce in the spring and carry on into the fall. You can also grow lettuce all year round in a greenhouse or sunny windowsill. Growing your lettuces close to chives or garlic plants helps to keep them pest-free. Spinach. Next on our list of the easiest vegetables to grow is spinach. Simply sow the seeds directly into well-draining soil. This means that there is no need for potting on or transplanting. Is a reason why spinach deserves its place on the list of easiest vegetables to grow. Keep the soil moist. When the seeds germinate, thin seed clusters out to their ideal spacing. Following germination, keep the soil evenly moist. As long as your soil is in a good condition, spinach requires no extra fertilization. You can also sow and grow spinach in pots, or as part of a container garden. Most varieties will be ready for harvest within 50 days. Spinach plants do well alongside strawberry plants, as well as most members of the cabbage family. Green beans. This is a summer crop. There are a wide variety of beans easily available. This means that you will need to decide which variety you want to grow. However, once your decision is made, these really are one of the easiest vegetables to grow. Plant beans in well-draining soil, or beds filled with homemade compost in a sunny position. Beans do best when the temperature remains between 55 to 85 F. Keep the beans well watered and occasionally apply a blood meal or bone meal dressing. You will also need to protect young plants from pests such as slugs and snails. Depending on the variety and growing conditions, you will have harvestable beans within 70 days. Beans do well when planted alongside peas, radishes, potatoes, and cabbages. Cucumber. Cucumbers have a reputation for being difficult. However, once you understand their preferences, you'll find that these are one of the easiest vegetables to grow. Cucumbers can be grown from seed or purchased from a nursery as young plants. If you are growing from seed, sow 3 weeks before your last local frost date in compostable pots. These pots are great for growing cucumbers, because the plants can be planted in the containers into their final position. As the plants grow, the container breaks down into the soil. This is ideal for plants like cucumbers that hate having their roots disturbed, which can often happen when transplanting. Cucumbers can also be grown in containers, as part of a container garden. Some varieties, such as patio cucumber, have been cultivated especially for this purpose. Cucumbers do well alongside carrots, cauliflower and beans. Remember to water regularly and fertilizer once a month. With the right care, you will be harvesting mature cucumbers within 65 days. If you find yourself with a glut of fresh cucumber, they can also be pickled. Summer squash. Summer squash is one of the easiest vegetables to grow, and is particularly popular with children. Taking up to 65 days to mature. Starting the seeds off in containers indoors or in a greenhouse helps you to enjoy a quicker harvest. Transplant young seedlings into well-draining, composted soil. Squash does best in full sun positions. Well-watered plants produce larger fruit. Additionally, fertilize the plants once a month to encourage healthy growth. Finally, you will need to ensure the squash has lots of room to spread its vines. This can either be along the ground or on sturdy trellising. Capsicum. Bell pepper plants are one of the easiest vegetables to grow, with a variety of flavors. On offer, they can be purchased either as young plants from your nursery or started as seed. If you are starting the bell peppers from seeds, sow 4 to 6 weeks under cover before you want to plant them out. This should be after your last local frost date, and when the soil has warmed up. A heat-loving plant, grow bell peppers in direct sunlight for the best results. They also prefer well-draining soil, which has been dug over with homemade compost. Space plants 6 inches apart and water regularly. Encourage healthy growth and fruit production by fertilizing once a month. In the right conditions, bell peppers will be ready for harvest within 80 days. As the fruit ripens, it will lighten, turning into the distinctive bright color when they are ripe. Like many of the other inclusions on our easiest vegetables to grow list, bell peppers can also be grown in containers. Bell peppers do well alongside carrots, radishes, and onions. Tomatoes. Tomatoes rightly deserve their place on our easiest vegetables to grow list. Once you have experienced the taste of homegrown your own tomatoes, store-purchased fruit will never compare. Like peppers, tomato seeds should be sown under cover before transplanting outside, after the last local frost date has passed. Sow 4 to 6 weeks before your intended transplanting date. If you don't want to grow from seed, nurseries and garden centers will have a variety of young seedlings available. Plant in well-draining soil in full sunlight. Tomatoes like warm temperatures. Mulch around each plant with homemade compost and water regularly. Tomatoes also require fertilizing once a month. While tomato fertilizers are commercially available, you can also make your own liquid plant feed, which is just as effective. When the fruit reaches its full size, and turns the correct color, then simply pick from the vine, and enjoy. In the ideal conditions, this will be within 100 days. Don't plant tomatoes near peppers. Radishes. Radishes is one of the easiest vegetables to grow. Radishes are a root crop. This means that they should be sown directly into well-draining, loose soil. Ideally, this will be a full sun position, but they can also grow with some partial shade. You can also grow radishes in containers. Dig the soil over before sowing and work in some homemade compost. Following germination, thin out to the desired spacing. This information is found on the seed packet. Keep well watered and fertilize once a month. When the foliage becomes bushy and green, it is a sign that the roots are ripening. The easiest way to find out if your radishes are ready, lift one to test it. For most varieties, this will be within 80 days. Beetroot. When your last frost has passed, you can begin sowing beetroot seeds. For succession planting, continue sowing every few weeks until July. This will enable you to harvest fresh beetroot from May until September. Sow seeds directly in moist soil. Following germination, thin out the seedlings to about 2 inches. Keep the soil evenly moist and well weeded. Be careful when weeding not to disturb the growing beetroot roots. Carrots. Directly sow carrots into the soil, either a bed or container. Before sowing, make sure the soil is well worked and loose. This helps the roots of the carrot to grow easily in a pleasing shape. Working in homemade compost before planting helps to enrich the soil, and gives plants an extra boost. Once the seedlings emerge, they will need to be thinned out to the desired size. As the carrots grow, keep the soil well watered and fertilize once a month. A general-purpose fertilizer, or a homemade alternative, can be used. When the foliage is green and bushy, scrape away some of the soil from the top of the plant. If the carrot is about the size of your finger, or larger, it is ready to harvest. Potatoes. First, early seed potatoes can be planted in February. Easiest to grow in potato bags or bins. Simply part fill with soil and place the potatoes inside. As green shoots grow from the seed potatoes, keep covering all but the top leaves with more compost. Depending on the conditions, within 10 to 20 weeks the leafy foliage will begin to yellow. When this happens, stop watering. Allow the foliage to die back, and then stick your hand in the bag and rummage around for your potatoes. This list of the easiest vegetables to grow will provide you with an endless supply of great tasting, nutritious, fresh fruit and vegetables. Our suggestions are suitable for gardeners of all abilities, whatever your situation or planting zone. However, the plants on this list of the easiest vegetables to grow will form a backbone of your home garden or allotment for many years to come.
I ain't taking a backseat, I'm passing anybody else who is rapping. I'm nasty, ain't nobody able to catch me. They gasping, they cannot compare, they can't match me. I'm